Some days I want to whisper. Some days I want to yell at the top of my lungs. Some days I want to speak for those who can't and be the voice for those who have none. Some days I want to see what people look like in the dark, just so I could get to know them better. Some days I want to do my work and read, but the feeling of feeling free overpowers me. Some days I want to stand. Some days I want to lend a hand. Some days I want to be the man who you think I am. Some days I want to take the warmth of the sun and wrap it around me like a jacket. And then when one of my friends are getting cold, I'll be like, hey, put this on. And they'll be like, put what on? And I'll say this, and give them a hug. Because some days it's the little things that matter. Some days I want to be loud. Some days I want to watch clouds. Some days I want to get lost in the crowd. Some days I want to sum up the courage to thank that number one person in my life who is one of the main reasons why I keep going. The cousin to my cousin, the son to my parents, my little brother. Some days I want to look at that person in the mirror and know what he is thinking. Some days I want to see myself through someone else's eyes. Some days I want people to see themselves through mine. Some days I want to fall asleep on the phone with you on the other line. Some days I want to pull the fire alarm just to pretend that it's raining inside. Some days I want to skip stones at a koi fish, pondering on what I'm going to do next. Some days I want to listen to the world go by. Some days I want to fly. Some days I deny the thought that it's our goodbye. Some days I want to pretend. Some days I want to make amends to those I've hurt, and I intend to. Some days I just want to be with friends, and those days I don't want to end. Some days I want to go somewhere with nothing but the clothes on my back. Some days I want to thank everyone who has made a difference in my life, good and bad. Some days I want to show the old generation, our generation. Some days I think about the things I'm going to do someday, and someday I will.